What up, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report for Monday, April 13th, 2015, delivering some of the major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook or on Twitter, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RYMELO, or on Twitter at The Enter Report. You can follow the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to our page. Hopefully everybody had a great weekend. The 2015 MTV Music Awards celebrate the best performances, heroes, villains, and kisses in film this year, broadcasting live from downtown's Los Angeles Nokia Theater. Shailene Woodley won Big Collecting Best Kiss, Best Female Performance, and the Trailblazer Award for her spectacular now co-star Miles Teller. In addition to breakout stars, some institutions managed to surprise. Meryl Streep finally has an MTV Movie Award for her part as the witch in Into the Woods. Host Amy Schumer sent up some big movie hits in her opening monologue, including Whiplash, Divergent, Pitch Perfect, and Boyhood. The Fault in Our Stars won Movie of the Year, while Shailene Woodley won Best Female Performance for her role in the movie. Bradley Cooper won Best Male Performance for his role in American Sniper, and Jennifer Lopez won Best Scared As Shit Performance for her role in The Boy Next Door. Dylan O'Brien won Breakthrough Performance for his role in The Maze Runner, while Best Shirtless Performance went to Zac Efron for Neighbors. He also shared an award with Dave Franco for Best Duo in the movie Neighbors. The best fight was between Dylan O'Brien and Will Powder in The Maze Runner. Best Kiss went to Ansel Elgort and Shailene Woodley for The Fault of Our Stars, while Best What the Fuck moment was Seth Rogen and Rose Byrne in Neighbors. Meryl Streep won Best Villain for her role in Into the Woods, while Jennifer Lawrence won Best Musical Moment for The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1. Channing Tatum won Best Comedic Performance for the movie 22 Jump Street, and Best On-Screen Transformation went to Elizabeth Banks for The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1. There was also some best and worst moments from last night's awards telecast. For example, Amy Schumer was the perfect host, sending up the year's biggest films with her blunt delivery and working in a bit of her stand-up with some healthy plugs from her upcoming Judd Apatow comedy Trainwreck. Meanwhile, the cast of Magic Mike number 19 is nice to look at, but a random bit about how actor Matt Bomer, Adam Rodriguez, Channing Tatum, and Joe Manganiello are coming to accept sexual harassment from their female fans didn't land. Vin Diesel tugged at heartstrings by singing a few bars of See You Again, the Furious 7 Paul Walker tribute song by Charlie Puth and Wiz Khalifa, before presenting the trophy for Best Female Performance. Separately, we love Mark Wahlberg's East Coast chop-busting swagger as much as we do the beautiful melodies of Jessie J. Together presenting Best Comedic Moment, however, they severed lack of chemistry in no laughing matter. Shailene Woodley took home the first award of the night for Best Female Performance in The Fault of Our Stars, and immediately made the book's author John Green cry with a heartfelt, touching tribute. The Fantastic Four cast didn't share any new clips or trailers for their movie. Likewise, they didn't seem to share any chemistry on stage, presenting the award for Best Duo. Rebel Wilson will always be herself, and she was at her Rebel Wilsonness during an appearance with her Pitch Perfect 2 co-stars when she strutted out in a skin-tight leather and angel wings. If the comedy style is offered up by Reese Witherspoon and Sofia Vergara, while the duo presented Best Kiss were an indicator of the kind of humor in their new movie Hot Pursuit, it's going to be a hard sell. Robert Downey Jr. is Marvel's first and brightest star and has long been a treasured entertainer. His Generation Award was inevitable, and he delivered by thanking his Avengers co-star and telling youngsters to follow their dreams. Drake was left wondering what the fuck just happened at Coachella on Sunday after Madonna finished a medley of songs during his set by surprising him with a kiss on the lips. The Queen of Pop joined the rapper on stage to perform his new song, Madonna, and sang a few of her own, including Human Nature, Hung Up, and Bitch I'm Madonna. The kiss, however, isn't what has people talking on social media. Drake's reaction does. After he attempted to put his hand around her head, during the makeout session, only for Madonna to smack it away. His arms began flailing, and he cringed as he pulled away, then appeared to wipe his mouth. Huffington Post, Jezebel, TMZ, and Fox News are among the majority of spectators that have a sneaky suspicion it was option A. Madonna didn't seem to care, however, about one way or another. Bitch, I'm Madonna, the 56-year-old singer declared before strutting triumphantly off stage. Actor Ryan Reynolds was the victim of a hit and run in Canada Sunday, the Associated Press reported. The actor's publicist said he was hit by a paparazzo in a parking garage who then sped off. The driver fled the scene. Leslie Sloan, the actor's publicist, told the AP Ryan is okay. He confirmed he was okay by joking about it on Twitter. Put Beachcombers back on the air and I'll call. Ryan Reynolds said at Vicinity Reynolds. Reynolds, who is from Vancouver, was in Canada filming Deadpool. The fictional anti-hero movie is set for release in 2016. Dozens of Twitter users live-streamed the Game of Thrones Season 5 premiere on Periscope Sunday, and now they might be in trouble. The new social streaming app, which recently launched as a competitor to Meerkat, serves as a creative way for people without access to watch the premiere. But Periscope apparently isn't pleased about the free streaming of HBO's Pride show, telling Mashable, anyone who violates the terms of service will be suspended or shut down. The punishment for violating terms can vary from a warning to permanent suspension depending on the nature of the infringement, yet copyright issues will lead to the account being shut down permanently. Periscope's terms of service states accounts can be closed if infringement takes place. Users should respect the, quote, intellectual property rights of others and expect us to users to do the same, it says. Copyright infringement is prohibited by Periscope, and the company has a team dedicated to content review. The Periscope streaming issues could be the next version of the piracy battles, something HBO has battled for years. As the Wrap reported, the Game of Thrones Season 5 premiered Sunday was tamed even with the death of a major character. Academy Award-winning actress Gwyneth Paltrow is slashing her food budget to raise awareness about hunger, but sometimes even the best intentions are met with criticism, eye rolls, and sarcasm. Last week, the Oscar winner announced that she had accepted the food bank for New York City challenge to live on food stamps for 1 week with a grocery budget of $29 or about $1.38 per meal. According to the hashtag Food Bank New York City Challenge, needy families are given $29 per person as part of the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program known as SNAP after Congress cut food stamps twice since 2013. She tweeted, "There's what $29 gets you at the grocery store, what families on SNAP have to live on for a week." Once Paltrow accepted the challenge, she tweeted a picture of her $29 in food choices: brown rice, black beans, peas, eggs, tortilla, cilantro, limes, and fresh vegetables. But apparently the tweet left a bad taste, with many users eating the Iron Man star alive. One person tweeted, "Vast difference living on food stamps for 1 week knowing you're a safety net of millions and that being your life every day, Gwyneth Paltrow." Paltrow accepted the challenge at the urging of celebrity chef Mario Batali, who was a board member of the Food Bank for New York City. The actress, who also runs the luxury lifestyle website Goop, tweeted that she was taking the challenge and, quote, walking in their shoes to see how far we get. And that set people off too. One chided, "Don't worry, poor people. Gwyneth Paltrow is here to show you how to goop your food stamp benefits." Presidential nominee Hillary Clinton was the talk of the media Sunday and Monday and also took social media by storm. The new presidential candidate joined Facebook, garnering 2.1 million video views for her presidential launch video, Facebook told the Wrap. Her page has attracted over 600,000 likes in less than 24 hours, and in a 24-hour period between 12:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Sunday and 12:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Monday, 4.7 million Facebook users in the U.S. produced 10.1 million interactions, likes, posts, comments, shares related to Hillary Clinton and her announcement. By comparison, in the same period, Ted Cruz sparked 5.5 million interactions after his presidential announcement, while Rand Paul drew 1.9 million interactions. The top states talking about Hillary are Washington, D.C., Arkansas, West Virginia, Kentucky, and Illinois. And Clinton is also leveraging Twitter in the early stages of her campaign as she hits the road. She tweeted, "Road trip, load the van, and set off to Iowa. Meet a great family when we stop this afternoon, many more to come." After ousting his CEO Jim Berk last week, participant media founder Jeff Skoll faces big challenges in driving his 10-year company's lagging TV and digital arms on top of an ambitious film slate. Skoll, the philanthropist and former eBay president known for his shyness, will serve as interim CEO until he can find a replacement for Berk, whom he has clashed over a choosing of a board of directors and who he criticized recently as overwhelmed. In a recent broad-ranging interview with Variety, Skoll said that he viewed Berk as overloaded with day-to-day operations. At some point, you just can't take on much more. Skoll said he needed an expanded board of directors and outside consultants to help manage the company. On Friday, a week after the interview, Berk resigned. Participants' insiders confirmed that Berk was unpopular inside the company, and one said that some employees stood and cheered when the email went out that the CEO was resigning. One of those individuals told the Wrap, "What the company really needs is to be cohesive. Jeff has a vision, and when he talks, you believe it. The mission every day is to change the world." Jim made it more about him personally. Berk's management was meticulous at best, according to the individual, who said he was prone to rearranging people's desks and required that no post-it notes be visible. He had a concentration on things that were not business critical, said the individual. He was more concerned about the colors on PowerPoint presentations. Housekeeping at participant may extend beyond Berk. Jeff Ivers, the current COO and an employee since 2004, is said to share a similar set of values with his former CEO. The Insider said Jeff Ivers is next. He still sees the company as 20 people, but it's 220 people. There's not a lot of trust for executives on Ivers' part. He's a COO concerning himself with $200 invoices and stuff like hearing arguments for hires and promotions. It's an inadequate business practice. Participant media declined to comment on the story, but participant faces challenges well beyond the immediate executive leadership. McKinsey & Company began a strategic review in 2014, and according to insiders, has delivered its recommendations. Skoll himself acknowledges that a decade into his participant experiment, he is trying, quote, to try out the long-term path for this organization, as he told Variety. John Oliver uses Sunday's episode of Last Week Tonight to try what most would consider a fool's errand, make Americans sympathize with the IRS. Fortunately, he had the vocal support of Michael Bolton, who joined Oliver on stage to serenade what is perhaps America's most hated government agency. And thanks to Bolton, it might go down in the history books as the aims of our country, but that's a good thing. Bolton saying, "We need you real bad, though it's clear nobody really likes you. The aims of our country, don't you know? Tell me how we're supposed to live without you. We couldn't functionally survive." Before Bolton sang about the importance of the IRS, Oliver said he understands why people dislike the tax agency so much. He said, "Dealing with the IRS is obligatory. It often functions badly, and it combines two of the things that we hate the most in life: someone taking our money and math." But Oliver hoped his viewers would look past the seemingly endless tax code and focus on the people that make up the agency. On the IRS YouTube channel, there are videos where employees talk about their jobs, he said, and they don't seem evil so much as unbelievably boring. Indeed, being a data transcriber for the IRS was probably nobody's dream job as a child. Oliver does on to remind viewers that the IRS has nothing to do with the amount of tax an individual pays. Congress does. Congress also controls over all changes to tax law. Last year alone, Congress enacted 579 changes to the law. Oliver said before noting the importance of the agency, the only document that should change that often is the Wikipedia page of Bill Cosby. Think of our government as a body. The IRS is the anus, Oliver said. He also added, "It's nobody's favorite part, but you need that thing work properly or everything goes to shit real quick." David Letterman's final weeks are upon us. Though the longtime host has remained characteristically low-key about his looming exit, his booker has lined up a star-studded guest list for his final 6 weeks. Though the roster does not include rival Jay Leno, it does feature the pair's 2010 Super Bowl commercial co-host Oprah Winfrey, along with Letterman's pals Jerry Seinfeld, Steve Martin, Julia Roberts, and Sarah Jessica Parker. Also included in the A-list mix are George Clooney, Robert Downey Jr., Will Ferrell, Tina Fey, Tom Hanks, Jack Hanna, Scarlett Johansson, Michael Keaton, Bill Murray, Don Rickles, Ray Romano, Paul Rudd, Martin Short, Howard Stern, John Travolta, Bruce Willis, the Avett Brothers, and Brandi Carlile, Elvis Costello, Dave Matthews Band, Emmylou Harris, Nora Jones, Mumford and Son, Ralph Stanley, and Amos Lee. Additional names are expected to be announced in the coming weeks. This upcoming week, the first in the 6-week countdown, will feature Parker, always a Letterman favorite, as well as his boss Leslie Muniv's wife and the talk co-host Julie Chen, along with Masters champion Jordan Spieth, comedians star Billy Crystal, Michael J. Fox, Paul Bartz, Kevin James, Alec Baldwin, and John Mayer. Letterman's final show is set for May 20th and will end his tenure as the longest-running late-night host at 33 years. Stephen Colbert will replace him September 8th, leaving James Corden's 12:35 a.m. Late Late Show with CBS reruns as a lead-in all summer. The latter launched in late March to positive reviews. In the week since, the British host has been making good on his promise to shake up the format with a slew of viral videos and an episode shot entirely inside a stranger's house. Paul Rudd is different in the latest Ant-Man trailer. While the film's first trailer was underwhelming and formulaic, the latest preview shows off more of the comedy to come in the Marvel release. For example, when Rudd says he's ready to, quote, to stop breaking into places and stealing stuff, he's then told by Michael Douglas, I need you to break into a place and steal some stuff. He also thinks his great allies, ants, are kind of cute and still hasn't warmed up to the name. I know, it wasn't my idea. Ant-Man, directed by Peyton Reed and also starring Corey Stoll, hits theaters July 17th. Warner Bros. Has zeroed in on Oscar winner Eddie Redmayne for the lead role of Harry Potter spin-off Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling is heavily involved in the project and is writing the script. David Yates is on board to direct the feature project, which is set 70 years before the events of the Potter series and centers on a fictitious author named Newton Artemis Fido Scamander. In Potter lore, Scamander compiles a reference guide to magical beasts, and the movies will follow his adventures after he is commissioned to write the tome. Redmayne, who will play Scamander, has no offer at this stage, but is the studio's top choice. One thing holding up the process is that the script is still being worked on. Sources said Redmayne won't commit until he reads it. Warner has no comment. Other leads in the movie are two sisters, their parents, and a character named Jacob, say sources. Redmayne is always a studio favorite after chewing up the scenery in Jupiter Ascending, even if the movie didn't do particularly well at the box office. But his fan base grew even more after he won an Oscar for his portrayal of Stephen Hawking in The Theory of Everything. He could be courted an Oscar again with The Danish Girl, the drama he is currently shooting, in which he plays transgender artist Lily Elby. Justin Timberlake and Jessica Biel have welcomed their first child together, baby boy Silas Randall, her rep confirmed to Us Weekly. Timberlake's mom, Lynn, shared the news herself on Facebook. My amazing son and his beautiful wife have given us the most precious gift in the world, she wrote. Silas Randall Timberlake, named after my father and my son. Life is beautiful and we couldn't be happier. God bless you all, and thanks for all the congrats. Us broke news in November that Biel, who's 33, and the suit and tie singer, who's 34, were expecting a little one. An insider told Us at the time, right now they're just enjoying the news for themselves. They just want a happy baby. 2 months later, the doting dad-to-be posted a photo of himself kissing Biel's bare baby bump on his 34th birthday. He gushed, this year, I'm getting the greatest gift ever. Can't wait. During Biel's pregnancy, the couple celebrated the 2-year anniversary, visiting New Zealand, and kept busy working. In February, just days before Biel's 33rd birthday, Timberlake was spotted visiting his love on set of her upcoming film, The Devil in the Deep Blue Sea in New Orleans. The Seventh Heaven alum and Timberlake dated on and off for 5 years before marrying in Italy in October 2012. Timberlake told Ellen DeGeneres in April 2013, "It's nice to marry your best friend. It suits me." He also added, "Every once in a while I can catch a glimpse of her when she doesn't see me looking and have this moment where I am. I'll never make a good decision. If you only make bad decisions for the rest of your life, you made one really good decision." Beyoncé's mom is no longer a single lady. On Sunday, Tina Knowles married actor Richard Lawson in a lavish wedding aboard a yacht in Newport Beach, California. Following Beyoncé's appearance at Coachella over the weekend, the singer was joined by her husband Jay-Z and daughter Blue Ivy for the Fiat. Her sister Solange also showed her support for their mom. According to reports, nearly 300 guests watched Tina and Richard exchange vows on a yacht named Eternity. Bey shares photographer Cliff Watts' sweet snap of the bride and groom on her website. As other pictures of the upscale affair shows, the bride and groom matched their guests in all-white outfits. Tina's second wedding comes over 3 years since her divorce from Matthew Knowles, Beyoncé and Solange's dad, was finalized in 2011. Tina and Richard reportedly got engaged in late October, just a couple of weeks before the family gathered at Solange's Perfect Picture wedding to director Alan Ferguson. And finally, there's no slowing down Universal's Furious 7. The movie, marking the final film from the late Paul Walker, continues to dominate the North American box office with $60.6 million from 4,022 theaters, one of the best showings for any film in its sophomore frame. It ranks number 12, and it's pushing a total of $252.2 million of franchise best. Worldwide, Furious 7 soared to a stunning $800.5 million, including $548 million overseas. The high-octane action pick took in another $195 million overseas from 66 markets for a foreign total of $548 million. Domestically, Furious has earned $60.6 million to end the weekend, with a 10-day total of $252.2 million, eclipsing the $239 million earned by Fast and the Furious 6 in its entire run. Internationally, it will pull ahead of Fast 6's $550 million sometime on Monday. Longest ride open to a mere $13.5 million in North America from 3,132 locations, putting it at number 3 behind Furious 7 and the family holdover Home, which made $19 million. Number 3 was Get Hard in its third week, which made $13.5 million this week, while number 4 was Cinderella, which made $8.6 million, giving it a cumulative total of $71.2 million. Number 5 was the Divergent series Insurgent, which made $7.2 million, giving it an exact total of $180.7 million so far. Number 6, Woman in Gold, which is featuring Helen Mirren, that made $6.8 million. Number 7 was It Follows, made $5.8 million. At number 8, Danny Collins, it made a total of $1.7 million. Number 9 was While We're Young. It made a total of $1.6 million. And at number 10, Danny Collins, which made $1.3 million. And as your entertainment report for Monday, April 13, 2015, I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some of the major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook or on Twitter, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, or on Twitter at The Enter Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio. Just search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to our page. Have a great day, everybody. I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.